morning, America. How are you? Good afternoon, Nigeria. How are you? Good morning, America. How are you? Good morning, Nigerian. How are you? My recording today is pretty much in the light of trying to celebrate Black people all over the world. So, how do you do that without coming out to become like you are being a racist or something like a racist bigot? The only way you can do that is to mention that yesterday I picked up on Chimamanda Adichie speech in Things Fall Apart festival in Enugu, where she was saying that we can slow down violence, that we are not violent people. We Igbo people are not violent. So she's preaching non-violence on the land. I was very happy about that. Then when I pushed to the right, I saw Professor Soludo speech in abroad, saying that the banditry that is going on in the Igbo land has more to do with that Igbo people are more people do more of that going into the bush, that they don't have to feed, they don't have to eat, but they will sit there until they find out that herdsmen are coming, and then they would then start causing a lot of problems. The reason he was saying that was because he wanted to make sure that people don't get the impression that it is the Fulani herdsmen that are causing problems out there. They are. They're doing a lot of raping, because even the House Speaker, the Speaker of the Senate, once said that the herdsman doesn't need what an AK-47 to be carrying their cow to feed. We have seen the picture of where the herdsmen will go into the farm and start cutting yams for their own cattle. So my video today is about the restoration of the dignity of people of African descent. And if you want to give me all this subscription, go ahead and do it. If you want to do likes, go ahead and do it. If you want to do the word of mouth, go ahead and do it. If you are interested in subscription by way of looking out for me, go ahead and do it. But I pulled up some information online to try to see whether I can support this today video. What I find out is that the story of Africa across the globe is one of resilience, creativity, and profound contribution, sustaining dignity, shaping society, not simply surviving adversity. it was drawn to my attention that 44% of remittance, which is 6% of Nigerian GDP, came in from the diaspora into sub-Saharan Africa. Diaspora-led support tech startup in Ethiopia. Diaspora bonds and entrepreneurial vehicle enable diaspora investment in businesses and infrastructural education and venture. We are very great in we have a very strong music, like the Afro-Cuban beats, Afrobeat foundations, worldwide. We have the best cuisine in the whole world. Our language is classic. Even in the African American, we speak a language that a lot of people like Eminem and all that are all copying, stuff like that. We're very big on science. People like Bennett, Onolu, discovered CTE, which is in sport medicine. Dr. Mae Johnson, an African American of Nigerian descent, was the first black woman astronaut, inspired countless scientists. Oki Kiolum became the first black woman to earn a PhD from the Sloan Fellowship from UCLA. We are good we know about Chinua Achebe. That was the one that is fall apart that they were talking about yesterday. We are very big on, for example, there is the president of Ghana once put up a slavery program in place. Kwame Akoti Rofo, land monument honoring of the trademark slave trade and catalyzed healing. David Ajiye of Ghana descent redesigned the Smithsonian Museum of African History and Culture. We are activists and society. We have what you call, we have people like Wagari Matia, spearheading environmental and women leadership in Kenya. I am going to spearhead the Coco, Asimi Coco, which is the writing of my book that is supposed to revolutionize Nigeria if the book is made available to secondary and tertiary institutions, which is Bill Dream Beyond Border, turning vision into reality, or the other one, which is Dream, which is Guide to Guidance, a foundation that makes Nigeria at this point a standard IO, standard input and standard output of Nigerian political space. Why does all this matter? People of African descent guide virtual shift in global culture, politics, science, identity. Their sustained dignity is unbelievably static. So let's build bridges. So the actual thing that I want you to take out of it is that today is a celebration of people of Africa. But how can you celebrate if you don't try to give a lift for Asimi Coco, who is currently struggling under the weight of not even knowing was, now that he had discovered who he wants to spend the rest of his life to make Nigeria better during our lifetime, which is also the hallmark of people like Obi. So I am campaigning for him. So today is dedicated to the people of African descent, to the restoration of the dignity of the black man, black woman, and the black child. It's an offshoot of the yesterday video, which was women in general, and most of the time, women like Aisha Yusufu was featured, Beyonce, Winfrey, Kamala Harris, all these people were featured, and we are going to want to hear from making this journey, because my cycle is like this, and the cycle is going to be how women were the omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscience, but they got jealous on by an epitomizer, which was a man, one single man. She got jealous on them by giving them conspiracy theory that women should be raising children and they will go provide the food. On the long run, the food they say they're going to provide, they are not even able to provide it as we speak. Women are now having more financial power, but because of the damage that was done to them, or they're supposed to be defined as the goddess or the dames, they are now being marginalized because of their biological superiority. They are better than men in terms of the government. So we need to make Nigeria president a woman, in America, in Russia, so that they will have their finger on their nuclear weapon. I'm going to wrap this up a little bit, and thank you for coming in and saying that I may be a little bit rusty, but I think I've got my message across that today is the restoration of the dignity of the black man. University of Nigeria Nsukka has that as their tagline, their motto, restoration of the dignity of man. I've added the word woman and I've added the word child. My outro music is Omi o Omi oko, Omi o Omi oko, Emi wa won para wa o Emi oko. Emi o Emi oko, Emi o Emi oko, Eri wa won para wa o Emi oko. 234 70 33627981 Azimi Koko 5@gmail.com. Go and subscribe and go and give me the likes. Start being a bundler. Put money together. Help me for talent search. We want to create well-payable job better than the job that we are known for doing. Don't get me wrong. I want to quickly drop this as my last point. The economic situation in the whole wide world is the same. There is no magic wand. The biggest paying job right now is in software, because the world is riding on software and it's on technology, and that's the space I'm in. I'm calling out my experience I had in Africa, in Nigeria, in America, and I'm bringing it to the world because I deliberately had agricultural background in Nigeria, which is we're in the agricultural age. And you now hear about industrialization in Nigeria. There's another step called the technological age, which they are not even talking about that. They are talking about industrialization, how to make feeding. That Obi is in that space. I'm in the space of technology. We don't know where Asiwaju is at all. his case is a very sad situation because he's not a bad guy, but I do believe that whatever he's doing has not worked for us back to primordial time. What he's doing is the same thing that was done when the white man or the Caucasians brought us to on our knee and sent us 6 feet under. With that, say, okay, if we want to do it better, this is what we're going to have to do to make it better. Let us start putting money in the hands of rich people and weaponize poverty. I'm your guy. Obi is your guy. That's a key word. Thank you. Day by day, way by day, Ragman of your Ragman of your